Today is your opportunity to build the tomorrow that you want. Join me today for a monthly reset as I plan, clean, and declutter for the month ahead. They say 1 hour of planning can save you 10 hours of doing. That is a lot of time. And if you're like me, planning is not something that comes naturally. I'm much more go with the flow, daydreamer type person. I like to do things last minute, and having a plan or making a plan takes me a little extra effort to get down on paper, but I know, especially being a mom, it helps so much in our whole month, allowing it to go so much smoother than it would if we did not sit down, take this time, and make a plan. So let me say that again. 1 hour of planning can save you 10 hours of doing. That is so true for myself. And if you're like me, I'm sure it will help you a lot to sit down and do some planning to set you up for a successful month. So in my monthly planning, if this is your first time joining us here, I always like to sit down and plan my 2 calendars. One calendar is just a desk calendar. This is still May. We'll be able to flip over to June since we are in June now. Yay. I put my video schedule here. I put if there's any, this month there'll be days off because we'll have a little vacation time, and there's a holiday, Father's Day, so this month's gonna be super fun for us, so I can put all of those days on the calendar too. And then any like goals that I have for the month, I like to put on here. I like this kind of calendar. It's got like a spiral ring, and I can save all the months previously so I can go back and look at what I had accomplished or set for myself months previous. I like to look back and just reflect on what I had for goals, what progress I made, and see where I can go with them moving forward. So that's that calendar. And then my second calendar, and probably the most important, is my meal plan calendar. I just have this 3-ring binder, generic binder, probably Walmart. I print out a month calendar for every single month of the year and put them in here. I also saved last year so that I can go back, and these calendars are for our monthly meal plan. So I put a meal plan down for the entire month. So every day, every week, my husband and I aren't struggling to figure out what we're gonna have for dinner the next day or the coming week. We like to do all of our grocery shopping on one day, which if you have not seen, I do lots of Sunday resets on here and normally include my grocery haul in there. So after you finish this video, if you wanna go check out those to get some ideas as well, please check them out. There's a bunch of them at this point. So based off of my monthly calendar, I can just quickly go here and make my grocery list as well. Saves so much time, which is the whole purpose of planning, right? So let's get planning the June calendar. I always on the back of the calendars just like to do like a brain dump of all the meals that I think we might like to have for the month. So thinking of summer meals, some things that just pop into my head right away. We like to do a chicken pesto pasta. It's kind of like a pasta salad. We like to grill, so we'll do burgers. We like to do teriyaki chicken, which is kind of like hibachi. You get like the chicken and the fried rice and some vegetables. We always do that. We do that outside on our, we have like one of those blacktop grill, like the flat top grills. that we make that on. It is so delicious. It makes excellent leftovers. I like to have like a chicken Caesar pasta salad. That's super easy. You just make pasta, get some of those Caesar salad kits that they have in the grocery store, make some chicken. You don't have to add chicken if you don't want to. You could just have this Caesar salad with the pasta, and it is just so delicious. I like to do that at the beginning of the week, so then the rest of the week I can kind of eat off of that as my lunch. Let's see. What else? We always do some kind of variation of tacos. Lately, I've been really liking doing like taco bowls. So I'll do any variation of meat, chicken, ground beef, steak. You could even do shrimp if you like that. We haven't tried that yet, but maybe since it's summer, that's something we should try. I should write that down so I don't forget, right? My brain is crazy. I feel like I forget things so easily. Like even going into a room, I'll walk in and be like, what am I in here for? And totally forget in like 5 seconds. I was told that was gonna happen. I kind of didn't believe it until like it's still happening now. Yeah, so we'll do any variation of meat like I was saying, and then we like to add rice, or you can make your base like a salad base. And then we do corn, black beans, avocado, tomatoes, cucumbers, and you can put sour cream, or if you like the Catalina dressing, that's really good too. And just make it into a bowl. It's so delicious, such an easy meal. You could grill up all your meats too, so you don't even have to cook anything in the house to heat up the house during the summer. Gosh, during the winter. We're headed into summer here. Yeah, it makes great leftovers and it's just so delicious. A great way to get lots of vegetables in as well. What else do we like to do in the summer? We like to do Greek chicken. We do that a lot too. I think we eat a lot more chicken in the summer, honestly. I am so like iffy about chicken. Sometimes chicken's really great and other times chicken just does not sit well with me at all. I'm kind of phasing back into really liking chicken. For a while I was really struggling with it, especially like during my pregnancy. If you're new here, I have a son, he's 2. I feel like my postpartum kind of lasted a long time, which I think is pretty normal, that your body takes a couple years to kind of get back into the non-pregnancy mode. Our bodies like to be pregnant, so I think it kind of fights not being pregnant, right? So while I was pregnant, I really couldn't do chicken at all. That was just not something that my body wanted. Like even thinking about it, I was like, ugh, no. And then for the last 2 years, I really struggled being able to eat chicken. So we've been eating a lot of other things besides chicken. And now lately, I feel like a lot of times I'm just like, especially with this meal plan, I've written down chicken like 5 times now, which is so, it's kind of bizarre, but yeah, so there's that. So just take a few minutes, brain dump what you think you might want to put on your schedule. And then each day of the month, put something down that you think you might like to have for dinner. I try to like even it out. So my normal routine is Mondays like a meatless Monday, Tuesdays some kind of taco Tuesday, so tacos, quesadillas, anything like that. Wednesdays like a bigger meal. So I usually do like a crock pot meal or just something that's gonna take me a little bit more time, maybe something I have to do some prep during lunch and then it takes a little bit more time to cook. Makes like a bigger portion. So then Thursday and Friday I have leftovers for lunch. I absolutely love doing leftovers for lunch. It is just my go-to easiest thing to do for my lunches. I do work from home full time, so it just makes it nice and easy for me to be able to just run into the kitchen, grab my lunch, heat it up, and have a lunch break, and then get back to work. Thursdays, I usually leave open so we can do whatever we want on Thursdays. And if there are a lot of leftovers, we end up eating those too. I try my hardest to make sure there's as little wasted food as possible. So that's a really good thing to put into your schedule too. Especially if you do feel like you're wasting food quite often, try to make one of your nights something that you can utilize up your leftovers. Fridays, always a pizza Friday, whether we make pizza at home, we really like to make calzones, or we will order pizza. Saturdays and Sundays, I always leave open, especially in the summer. Our schedules are so busy with family events, parties, cookouts. We go to the pool a lot. We like to go to the beach, those kind of things. So the weekends are usually pretty busy over the summer, so I definitely keep those open. But my schedule is set up so that it is completely flexible. So whatever comes up, sometimes we'll like randomly go to our friends during the week and have dinner with them. So then that dinner plan will be changed. So the leftover night's really nice to have too, in case like I have all this, I've got like ground beef, chicken, I got all these meats that I was planning on using, but then one night I don't, I can just push it to the next night, make it nice and simple. So that's the way that I set up the calendar, just to give you some ideas. This month too, I thought I would show you around my kitchen, because another thing I really like to do is use up items that I already have. So let's get into that. So another thing that I really like to do while I'm making my meal plan is either mentally I just know, or sometimes I kind of just look around the fridge and the pantry, see what I already have in the fridge and pantry that I need to use up, that I can include in meals for either next week, or if it's stuff that doesn't go bad that quickly, that we just have it in the pantry. I want to make sure I make a meal that's using that up. So again, I'm creating as least waste as possible. So let's go in the fridge here and see what we've got. So fruits, we usually restock that every week. Eggs usually restock. Bread, so we do have 3 hamburger rolls, so I'll definitely put hamburgers, or sometimes we like to get chicken patties, like frozen chicken patties, and do chicken sandwiches. I have 3 rolls that I definitely want to make sure we use up, so I'll make sure that is something that is on our weekly plan for probably next week. We'll be able to use those up, no problem. Toast and English muffins, that's like breakfast stuff. Creamer and stuff. There is part of a jar of sauce, so we'll put something on, maybe like a pasta sauce, or we could do stuffed peppers. We really like to do that. It's probably a good idea. These are leftovers that I'm going to eat today. We definitely need spinach. Let's see, so we have a can of mushroom, or a container of mushrooms. So I should think of something that we could utilize this with. And then that's like normal, everyday kind of stuff. So that's what I do in the fridge. And then as well as the freezer, I like to make sure and see what we've got. So our chicken that we put together last month, it looks like, yeah, this is the last one of chicken, so I'll definitely make sure to utilize this up, and then we can purchase another container of chicken to break up, put in the freezer for the month ahead. If you want to see what I do with that, go back and look at my last monthly reset video. I showed that in that one. We do have some things of bacon too. That's also what I do. If we get bacon, I like to split it up in like 4 pieces. That's usually typically what we eat, whether we do breakfast for dinner and we put bacon with it, or we really like to make like turkey bacon sandwiches. They're so good. Or we like to do bacon avocado grilled cheese. That's really good too. So I'll take some of those out if I put that in the list. My fridge beeps if you hold it open too long, so that's why it's yelling. If we need any fruit or anything like that, that's like breakfast items in here. And we do some burgers already. So I just go through, see what we have, and then I do the same thing with our pantry. Just go through, see what we have in our pantry that we could utilize for the month, and make some meals utilizing those items too. So then we're creating as least waste as possible, and we don't have to spend as much at the grocery store. That really helps us with our grocery budget as well, to utilize what we already have in-house. So I will sit down, write out the rest of my calendars. I know that can be kind of boring to just watch me write. So I'll do that off camera this month so we can move on and get into some of the other portions of things that I like to do on a monthly basis. Next item on my list for my monthly resets is cleaning. I like to pick something to clean every single month, usually something like a bigger deep clean type of thing, or a project that I kind of put off or just noticed that it needs to be cleaned because I haven't touched it in a while. So I do all kinds of different things every single month. It's something different. I don't normally have a plan going into this. Usually throughout the week or the day before that I plan on filming, I'll kind of look around and see what needs to be done. So this month is the cabinets. They are so gross. I'll bring you a little closer so you can see. They always look pretty clean. That's the one thing with white cabinets, is I feel like they look pretty clean all the time, which is really nice until you get up close. Then they just look so gross almost all the time. So I do clean them quite often, especially like our trash can is right here in this pole. So this one definitely seems to get dirtier faster. Down here where the sink is gets a little dirtier faster too. I have a 2-year-old son and a dog, so the lower ones always seem to be dirty with fingerprints and marks and whatever. Upper cabinets don't get as dirty, but I do like to give them a good cleaning at least once a month to make sure that they're still looking good since they are white cabinets. But for today, let's definitely at least focus on the bottom cabinets. Sometimes doing all of them can be a little draining, so if you have a big project that either you don't have a lot of time because it's summer and we need to be enjoying the outside, or it's just something that is draining and mentally just you won't have the energy for, just break it up into little pieces. No one says you have to get all your cleaning done in one day. You can do it over several days or however works for you, so don't stress out too much about it. Go at a pace that feels right for you. So let's get going on cleaning at least the bottom cabinets here for today's cleaning portion of the video. I told you I'd bring you up a little closer so you can see how gross they actually are. Let's see if it picks it up at all. Yeah, you see right here? That's from like the sink. Little smudges and stuff all over it. So let's take care of those, make them all nice, sparkling clean and white. The last thing that I like to do during my monthly resets is declutter. Pick one area in your house that needs a little bit of decluttering. It doesn't have to be a ton. Something like clothes, maybe your pantry, a closet, kids' toys. Maybe you have an office that hasn't been gone through in a while and there's lots of office supplies. Just pick one area in your house to declutter each month and keep up with it throughout the year to make your life so much easier with decluttering. Things are changing all the time. Your kids are getting older. They're outgrowing toys that they were playing with. They're outgrowing clothes that they have and no longer need. You change up things that you're doing if you work from home and you bought all these office supplies you thought you would need but no longer need. So maybe you can utilize them somewhere else or donate them to somebody that could utilize them so they're not just sitting around collecting dust unnecessarily. So for today in my decluttering, I'm going to declutter my son's closet. He has a few items of clothes that I've been hanging on to thinking that maybe he would need them, and as we're changing seasons into summer, I've got some winter stuff that I know for sure he's not going to fit into next year and that he really didn't wear this year, but I hung on to anyways. So now I'm going to take the opportunity to just get rid of those things, declutter them, and give them to somebody that can use them next year when their child is the same size that he was this previous year. So let's start with his closet. He really doesn't have much clothes in his closet at all. It's literally just this. This is all the clothes that I keep in his closet. I declutter often and I don't like to hang on to too much stuff. I like to try to keep things as minimal as possible. My closet obviously looks way different, but I feel like for little boys, you really don't need that much. Like especially right now in the summer, he wants to be in like easy shorts, easy shirts. He's playing all day, running around, that kind of thing. I keep a few nicer outfits for when we go to church or if there's events that we go to, that kind of thing. But all of this is like winter stuff. So I'm just going to quickly go through here and see what is in here that is definitely not going to fit him next year. Like this little vest is 18 months. He was in 2T this year and I did squish him in this a few times because I just thought it was cute. He's not going to fit into next year. Another thing that I always do is I always have one of these type store bags in his closet that I can just throw all the clothes in that he no longer fits into. It's nice and easy. If it doesn't fill up, I can just keep it in there and fill it up as he's growing out of clothes or no longer using the clothes. Just stick it in here, makes it nice and easy, and then when I go to either give it away, I'll give my friends these type of bags, or like if I donate them, I usually transfer them to trash bags because donation centers usually take the clothes in trash bags. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. I hope you enjoyed it, got lots of homemaking motivation, and some ideas on what to do to set yourself up for a fantastic month ahead. I hope you leave here feeling like you made a new friend. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet. I'd love to have you join us back here every Tuesday and Friday for new videos.